Good morning, students. So far we have discussed about different separation technique. Today we are going to talk about separation of two miscible liquid by distillation. Miscible liquid means which get mixed together, like ethanol and water, acetone and water. Let's see. So acetone is like your nail polish remover, and acetone and water are miscible. Now how to separate them? So distillation is a process which is based on difference between the boiling points. Let's see the setup. You can see this experiment setup. There is a distillation flask. There is here water condenser. So what happened in this distillation process? So for example, here if acetone and water are mixed, now the boiling point of acetone is 56 degrees centigrade and that of water is 100 degrees centigrade. So if you are heating the we can say distillation flask with Bunsen burner, what happens at 56 degrees centigrade? We can see the temperature by thermometer. So at 56 degrees centigrade, the acetone vaporizes over here, and as there is no place to escape, only this is the way. So they go, the vapors of acetone pass in this outlet, and here there is a water condenser. So in water condenser we are passing cold water, which is not mixing with this tube. It is just outer surface. So it is cooling the vapors, and the water is going from here. The water is coming inside from here and going out from here. So this cool water is used to condense this acetone vapors. So at 56 degrees centigrade, water will remain in the flask, but acetone will get vaporized and will get condensed, and you will get acetone over here. So after 56 degrees centigrade, we will see the acetone vaporizes and it's get condensed and collected over here. So in this way you can separate the two miscible liquids. So this was about distillation. Now we're going to talk about fractional distillation. So dear students, fractional distillation of two or more miscible liquids. So in case if you have two or more miscible liquids and their boiling point difference is less than 25 Kelvin, so you can use fractional distillation. Why so? Why we can't use simple distillation process? Because in simple distillation process, the when boiling points are we can say having less difference, there is a chances that the other liquid also get vaporizes, or we can say evaporate, not at boiling point, but as we have studied evaporation, so some of the liquid of the surface will may get evaporated and get mixed. So when there is less difference in boiling point, like for example ethanol is having 78 degrees centigrade and that of water is 100 degree, so difference is less than 100. So during that time we can use fractional distillation. We can use fractional distillation process, and which will be convenient to us. Now let's see the setup of fractional distillation column. So it is same as that of distillation process, only there is a new we can say flask which is known as fractionating column over here. There is a distillation flask, water condenser, everything is same, but there is a one new apparatus is added which is known as fractionating column. Now dear students, what happened in this setup? For example, if you have a mixture in distillation flask like two or more miscible liquids, now while you are heating it, and for example if they vaporizes, they go in this fractionating column, and this fractionating column is having glass beads. These are glass beads. Now what happened? When they touch the glass beads, they get condensed. When the vapor goes in this fractionating column, they get condensed. The surface of glass beads help them to condense. Okay, now but for example other vapor also comes out. For example water vapor and let's say ethanol vapor. Ethanol is having 78 degrees centigrade and water vapor is having 100 degrees centigrade. So here in glass beads, the hot, or we can say the liquid which is having high boiling point, will get condensed at the bottom level, and the liquid which is having less boiling point will get condensed at top. So in this way, repeatedly we can say take distill out them, and this can be used when two or more miscible liquids are present having boiling point less than 25 Kelvin. And the other process is same, that we have to pass cold water to get condensed, and in this way we can separate the two or more miscible liquids. This can be used in, for example, purification of air, and we can say in separating petroleum products. But this is a simple setup. In industry, there is an advanced technique which is used. Advanced, we can say, type of apparatus are used, but the principle is same. Now let's see about the principle of fractional distillation. A simple fractionating column is used, which is a tube packed with glass beads. This beads provides surface for vapors to cool and condense repeatedly. So in this way, fractional distillation occur. So dear students, let's see centrifugation process. Centrifugation process is based on centrifugal force, which is like, for example, which force starts from the periphery, so we can say at the center, and move towards the periphery. Okay, now let's see. Sometimes the solid particle in liquid are very small and pass through filter paper. So when the particles are very small, you can't filter them because they pass through the filter paper also. So for that process, or we can say for that particles, we can use centrifugation process. And centrifugation process will separate out based on their density. Let's see how. So the principle of centrifugation is denser particle, heavier denser particles are forced to the bottom and lighter particles stay at top when spun rapidly. So for example, here there is I will show you like two test tube are there, and there is a in centrifuge. What happen when they are rotating? When they spun rapidly, so this test tube move in this way, you can see. So there is a centrifuge machine in which this are rotating at a very high speed, and the particles which are denser will go in the bottom and the lighter particles will come at top. So this kind of method is used in separation of cream from milk, or we can say cream from butter, and blood components are, we can say, separated in this way. So in this way, this process is just based on the density. When they are spun rapidly, and when they spun rapidly for sometimes, the denser particle will go at the down or the top, and the lighter particle will come up. And in this way, we can separate the particles which are very small and pass through filter paper. So this was about centrifugation process.